Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Route 1 FM and I'm here reporting on episode 1, in theory, episode 1 of the Salford City Grassroots to Glory save with your boss, Michael Rossendale. Now, it's not been a terrible start of the season. It could be better, let's say, for that. His form is not brilliant. But it's all a learning curve for him. So hopefully the board are satisfied with him at the minute. Mr. Neville, shall I say, he's been very lenient. But what can we do? We've got to turn it around soon. We've had an injury list that you cannot imagine. Put it that way. Now, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. I like to also thank everyone for liking and watching the beta prelude version where we began the save, the story behind it, and now we're actually into the save, which is really impressive. Now, we've had 8 games and I'm not going to go into the league form just yet. We're going to have the opening day of the season match, show you what's happened in that, but also just give you a little insight to the transfer dealings that we've been doing. It's a big transfer window. It's the first one of Rossendale's career in a way. So let's get into the transfer history to see who we've brought in and who we've lost. Transfers in £100,000, which I think ain't that bad, to 325 leaving the club. So it's a certainly a turnaround. A lot of new faces, got a bed in. You've got to give them time. If you look who we've brought in, we've got Callum Henry from St Johnston, Richard Nartley from Burnley, Ryan Leck from Burton, Bailey from Birmingham, Elliot Watts has come in, Adam Porter, Colin Omba, Stevie Mallon has come in, Elliot Simone, so Josh O'Brien, Ethan Galbraith is in there. We've got a Torja from Brighton in on loan, Jenkins in on loan from Leeds, Chapman, the goalkeeper, in on loan. Then you get the ones that we, or Michael Rossendale, has brought in since we've joined him here at Salford. So he's brought in Romeo Beckham on loan. He's brought a young Parolski from Braintree in on a free transfer. Woodskis, I'm going to butcher that name, but Marcel has come in, a backup goalkeeper. Tyrese Joyce has come in on a free transfer. Max Haygraf has come in, a former Man United youngster. Sam French, another goalkeeper. And our big transfer this summer is Danny Drinkwater. We brought him in, the former Manchester United youngster. He's Premier League winner with Leicester City. He's played for Chelsea, Villa. He has got a decorated history, I will say. Chelsea, Villa there. It was his Leicester time which took him there. Manchester United he was at, so he knows the Nevilles and Scholesy quite well. So he's brought in to be a bit of senior authority in the team. Players that we've lost a few. Josh O'Brien, who's coming from Watford, he's going out on loan to get experience. But yeah, a lot of these players I could see coming back at some point, but we will revisit where they've gone in future. But we're still playing around with tactics. We're still trying to get the right team at the minute. We're currently, this is how Michael Rossendale is playing. He's playing 4 at the back with the 3 in midfield with the 3 up front. Yes, it's a download dynamite tactic, and we're trying to get the best out of this team. And we're going to see now how the opening day of the season went. So welcome back, Root of the Day. And here we are, opening day of the season at the Palencia with Salford City versus Mansfield. And as you can see, a lot of new signings starting. Hendry with an early chance there, but he's caught offside. We've got Simone playing. We've got Watts playing, as you can see. But Mansfield seems to be on the attack. So Rossendale's been working on the training ground to bed these new players in. But it seems like certain balls, they're not reading the game to each other. An easy ball to a player is not actually going there. So we need to make sure we get direct passes to them. Gibra there, Simone into Hendry. Hendry looking for Bailey. Bailey's in. Easy. No. Just made the keeper save where he had the goal at his mercy. Toure, our long-standing left back, is still there, still making waves in this team. Solid at the back. Jenkins with the volley. Still can't get it in. So it's still 0-0 at this point. From the resultant corner, Watts with it. Looking for Hendry at the near post, and it's come to nothing. So pre-season weren't too bad. One defeat against Blackpool, a lot of wins against Queen of the South, Peterborough and Marine. Should give this team a bit of confidence. We were favourites to take the title, but it doesn't seem like they want it. Bailey there with a chance, and he should have put that away. Bailey, a big name coming in from Birmingham to try and do something. It's just not clicking in this game. There's two opportunities there which he could have done a lot better with. King making a great save, pushed out on the post. Now with the attack again, Toure coming up forward, back to Ryan Leck. Toure back to King. King passes it back to Notley. King out to Toure. Leck again. Leck looking for a ball. Toure, Simone, little dart. Watts, ball over the top. There's Bailey. Bailey ball in. Hendry, and Hendry has scored his first goal of the season. Straight after the half-hour mark, Hendry puts them 1-0 up. And there's a foul in there. Notley goes down from a push. It's a penalty. Toure steps up, sticks it in the corner. It's 2-0 Salford. That is a cracking start to the game and to the season in a way. 2-0 up. What more can you ask for? Toure, Simone, going back for Leck. Watts ball over the top looking for Simone. Jenkins little header. Tried to get the flick in there. Bailey with a shot from distance, and it's narrowly past the post. Audacious try, but it was worth a try. Toure, Simone, the Algerian there on the left-hand side, looking to break into the Algerian national squad, I will say. Hopefully with this move to Salford, that could happen. King just holds on to the ball, bit of time consuming, out to Toure. Toure drives on. Ball played over the top. Bailey's it again. Bailey with a little dink, and it's just over the bar. That's how good Bailey can be. The question is can Rossendale get that out of the player? It's just making the right moves. It's just doing it at the right time. Low, plays it long, and Pin picks it up. Pin kicks it long, but Leck wins the ball. Watts, the whole midfield side of things, is not holding the ball as they should. And I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this problem, that the loose ball from midfielders and running seems to be losing out. But we've got to do something. And that is the final whistle. A 2-0 win against Mansfield. And there you have it, the first game of the season, and you see a 2-0 victory. As you heard in the commentary, we said we had a good pre-season, started off with a good victory, but August turned a little bit bad, because then we lose 1-0 to Swindon. We beat Harrogate 1-0 in the Carling Cup, so Simone after 3 minutes getting that one. Before then, a league visit from Crewe, which we lose 2-1. We were 2-0 down, and Bailey actually getting one back, so tried to press it right at the last. Newport then away, and Callum Hendry then getting back on the score sheet again, making it a 1-0 victory before losing 2-0 to Doncaster. Before an entertaining game in the Carabao Cup second round, which we lose 3-2 to Shrewsbury. And then after that is a home game against Stevenage, which we drew 1-1. Before beating Liverpool's under-21s team 2-0. Callum Hendry scoring again, and Romeo Beckham, he actually lives up to the name. He finally gets on the score sheet. But then a disappointing start to September after the transfer window, seeing a 4-1 defeat at home to high-flying Crawley before a 2-2 draw against Rochdale, which Danny Drinkwater scores on his debut, which was fantastic. We were 2-0 up and they pegged it back to 2-2. So the league is like this. We lie in 17th place at the minute. 2 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses, goal difference a -4. In around us, big names, Colchester, Hartlepool, Wimbledon are down there, Harrogate there. You're looking at the high flyers, teams that we've faced, Crewe, Crawley, there's Mansfield's up there who we played in at the start of the season, Swindon's up there. So you think 8 points, a win, takes us just outside the playoffs, and if we get the next victory against Harrogate, so it can change in an instant. Leyton Orient are running away with it. Look at that, no defeats, 7 wins, 1 loss, 22 points. You can't beat that. But on the team level, that's where we've got to do. And if we get what we got, that's the stadium. Where is player stats? That's what we need to do, and find out who our top goal scorer is. We know who it is. It is Callum Hendry with 4, Simone with 2, Bailey's got a couple, Beckham's got 1. So goals are very hard to come by at the minute. So if anyone's got any suggestions for Rossendale to get the best out of a lower league team, let us know, because we've got to try and do it somehow. In the way of the board and the fans, so we're struggling to work within a wage budget. That's tight. We're at a C at the minute. Supporters, what are they saying? C, they're delighted with the high reputation of players, disappointed with the attacking football, so that's something we've got to work with. We're playing entertaining football and a high press tempo, so we've got some bits there to work on. The board are reserved judgment, delighted with the future signings, so the basis is there. The question is what can Rossendale do? But Rossendale, I will say, has added a person to the backroom staff, a very notable person who played with Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, I think Chris Casper as well, I'm not 100% sure, but Andrew Cole, the goal-getter of Manchester United and Newcastle, has signed for Salford. So there's another nod back to previous, so working with obviously former players of each other, so hopefully he can instill some help for the strikers, and that's one thing we're going to do as well. They've got to get winning ways. So that's it. The first episode is there. Finances, there's no point looking at finances because I'm at zero budget. I didn't have a great deal to begin with, but I'm still at a point. I'm in the red. I'm looking okay. Their profits, I'm losing at a minute, so I've got to turn that round somehow. But Rossendale is starting. He's here. Look at that. Natley is our highest rated player at 7.2. 2 assists for Conor McGray. We've just got to do it. So that's one thing. It's still early days. Team is still bedding together. You think probably 10 out of that 9 or 10 players have not played together a lot. So let's bed them in and give them time. If you've liked the video, like I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button. We will get episode 2 out next week. No matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, it's for the love of the game. And I will see you next week.